Good evening, Erie, and all the friends of the Erie Chamber of Commerce. It's a thrill to address you this evening, even though I'm in Florida. I imagine a few of you would like to be here with me, where it's not too bad today. It's about 75 and sunny. I imagine most of you up there have just come in from a round of golf and have taken a shower and have come to this event to get some of the free booze and so forth that the Chamber of Commerce is going to offer you this evening, and enjoy. But seriously, I do wish I was there, and perhaps you really should have found somebody else for this honor. I'm not sure I'm the one that really deserves getting this evening. My ex-business partner told me once, you know, if you start getting too many honors, it means you're getting too darn old. And that just, I hope, is not the case here. Really would like to share with you something this evening, if I could, about what I'm working on and how it all got started. I don't think many people, except the folks at 60 Minutes, really know how John Kanzius and the radio wave theory and how it got into the University of Pittsburgh, how it's now being hailed by the people at MD Anderson as one of the greatest treatments they have seen in cancer for 20 years. Let me take you back about 5 years ago, and I was talking to Ed Mead, who from the Erie newspaper was the publisher at one time, as many of you are aware. And I came back from Florida. I said, Ed, I've been working on a real unique project. And he said, what the heck is that? And I said, do you want to have lunch at the Erie Club? And I'll tell you. So we went to the Erie Club, and I showed Ed a patent application I had filed for using radio waves to treat cancers, malignant cancer cells, and he found it interesting. I'm sure he understood it all as he does today, and probably can share some of the insight with you after. Ed and I have been friends for over 40 years. I met him at a cocktail party, and met him at a cocktail party in 1966 to be exact, and in 1967, 68, 69, and so forth. But truly one of Erie's visionaries, and has always been a good friend of mine and the broadcast company that we ran in Erie, Pennsylvania. But after having a nice lunch with Ed, I thought, well, he showed some interest. And then I got a call from a junior reporter that hadn't been with the Times a real long time, and saying he would like to do a story on my patent application. I thought, Ed must have gone back to the newsroom after the luncheon and decided he was going to share some of the information with one of the reporters or editors there. And we did a long, entailed interview, and that was probably around the middle of May of 2004. And nothing really happened until my wife came in screaming on Memorial Day Sunday, and said, my God, you made the front page of the Erie Times. And I thought, God, I didn't shoot anybody last night. I didn't rob a bank. You know, what could be on the front page? It was the front page headline. To my surprise, there was a story that said, can radio waves cure cancer? Boy, this is really a huge responsibility for somebody that doesn't know anything about cancer. I mean, I thought I did at the time, and now that I reflect back, I don't know anything about it other than more than what the researchers have taught me. But I sure know a lot about it personally, and I know a lot about it, how it affects your lives and your family's lives out there personally, should any of you have cancer here tonight or have friends or relatives. Anyways, there's going to be a 60-minute piece out in just the next 2 or 3 weeks. And I think one of the things that they found most intriguing is how my idea got picked up by the University of Pittsburgh and eventually MD Anderson and other centers. And it was the Erie Times story that got circulated into Pittsburgh that caught the eyes of David Geller and his research team. People from Erie, Crawford counties and so forth were bringing the newspaper story down to Pittsburgh saying, you know anything about this? Can radio waves cure cancer? And Dr. Geller got a hold of me in July of 2004. We had lunch, we had dinner, and the rest of it's history. So the story of curing cancer, getting it into the best institutions, is really an Erie secret. It was done by the Erie newspaper that took a chance on somebody having an idea. And one thing I'd like to say to all of you tonight keep having ideas in Erie. Make Erie proud. A lot of people here think that Erie can't do things, and that's been, ingrained into their minds for years that we're a second-class city. Folks, we're a first-class city, and you are first-class people. I'm honored to be here tonight, saying hello to you, even via video, and I look forward to seeing you when I return in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I wish I was there with you tonight. On one final note, I had a nice talk with the former Mayor Louis J. Tullio when he died, or just before he died. And I said, Lou, what was your success for being in office as the longest term mayor in Erie? 20 years is a long time. And he said, I shared everything with everybody. And I would like for you people to think about that this evening when you leave here. Why not share a little bit of what you're doing, what this community is doing, and let's make this world a better place. Thank you, and have an enjoyable evening. And now I would like to have Jim Dybel accept my award for me at absentia. I was going to have others do it, but I thought the stage would get a little bit crowded. And I just have knowing Jim, knowing the story was produced under his watch at the Erie Times, I think it very practical. It's something that I want to do, that Jim accept the award for me. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.